I've got one thing on my wish list currently, and that is for NRS or Warner Bros. To make better decisions with Mortal Kombat 1 so I could stop complaining about certain things that the game does.
You're listening to Personality, your gateway to the latest in gaming news.
Let me be clear, I really do enjoy playing Mortal Kombat at times. Sometimes it's really annoying, and sometimes I just couldn't care less for the game. But then there are issues that come up that NRS seems to be completely continuing to intentionally make for themselves. And that has to deal with specifically what I'm talking about today in the way that they are going about monetizing Mortal Kombat 1. So we've already seen that the DLC prices are pretty hefty. You've got new characters costing $7.99 or $8. And then of course you've got the cameos at $4.99. Now all of this could be avoided if you just buy the Combat Pack, which would include all the DLC and cameos to come. So you'd definitely be saving yourself something there. But if you don't have any interest in half of the characters that you want from that combat pack, then probably there is no reason and you could just possibly just get one character and call it a day. The issues with Mortal Kombat 1 and monetization is not especially prevalent on the game's purchase page. It's more so when you get in a game and you look at that premium store and you see skins that cost more than DLC characters. For what reason? Who knows? Nobody knows except Warner Bros. And for some reason, they're really taking advantage of the fact that they've got a lot of nostalgic fans who have favorite characters who definitely want to remember what their character looked like in the past. So let's sell this for $10. And that to me, guys, is a no. $10 for a skin costing even more than a DLC character. Really NRS is MK1 trying to fill some debt that we're unaware of, and they must monetize it this heavily in order to make back some lost profit, because this game has already sold tremendously well. We've already heard reports of it already selling 3 million in 1 month. That is impressive for a fighting game already, and is possibly one of the fastest selling in the series of Mortal Kombat. But no, there's a case where they're even selling old season. They're selling last season skins. So if it is a case that you weren't able to cop these skins specifically for the ninjas of the game, guess what? Got to stop. This has got to stop. I mean, it will only get worse. The fact is, these Deadly Alliance skins are really cool looking. I genuinely want the Sub-Zero skin. I am paying for it. I'm gonna grind out, gonna get my character profile up and then level up my characters so they could give me enough Dragon Crystals so I could cop that. That's clearly, to me, so far, the only skin I have interest in is the Sub-Zero Deadly Alliance skin. What I really want them to do is, remember when Liu Kang had on that hood from the Lin Kuei introduction chapter? That's the skin I want. Put a hood on Liu Kang. That's all I want. NRS, please make it come true. But if you're gonna be rotating these skins, which are clearly doesn't look like to be the case, I think any skin you see for 600 Dragon Crystals, tell yourself you could possibly get them in the shrine. Because I got the Gera skin and the Yakuza suit, Kenshi skin. I got those in the shrine. I did not pay for that. I wasn't gonna spend my little 500 Dragon Crystals on either one of them. But now we have skins that are going for $10, real life $10, so 1,000 Dragon Crystals. To me personally, I'm a bit new to monetization practices in games. I've been really into a lot of free games where there's a premium shop, but it's not so necessarily that you need to tap into it because you feel like you're really missing out on certain things. And then on top of that, I just played a lot of single player games that have not had a long lifespan of getting additional content in the form of DLC added to it like that. However, I don't think, even if I wasn't accustomed to that, I don't think $10 is justifiable for a skin. It really isn't. Even if you get different palettes with it, you're looking at something that's way more than a DLC character. I don't get it. The logic doesn't really line up for me because here you're getting an additional character with additional things that he can learn and contribute to the game and add this new layer of playing, and then there's a skin which just changes how certain characters look. That's about it. But hey, if you like how they look, then it's a big deal. which is usually the case for a lot of these character skins. People want to have the ability to customize, and more than ever, fighting game customization has been a big demand. I don't think any fighting games could really come out and just say, yeah, we don't have any alt colors and we don't have any alt skins. I mean, people would really lose their mind. Look at Street Fighter right about now. Capcom literally had to come out and say, guys, stop panicking. We are working on Costumes 3. They're going to come out eventually. Please just calm down. We'll get them to you eventually. Who knows when this eventually is? Look at it, the fact that Guilty Gear, the developers will question whether or not there are plans for additional costumes in game, to which they basically said no. And then on top of that, look at how layered Tekken 8 has made its customization. So you've got these options that are available, and of course, they are optional. A brain dead argument to this is, if you don't like the price of the skins, don't interact with it, don't buy it, yada yada, stop complaining. And I think these people just need to take several seats, because if you are a consumer, you are in your right to complain about a practice that a company that you are, constantly consuming from is doing. If it is a case that you want to leave, then leave. That's true. You don't have to interact with these skins. You don't have to actually purchase these things. But if you think that it's a value added to you and you don't think you're getting a good price on that value, then I definitely think a fan should have no problem being a little bit vocal on what they're seeing and what they're discontent with. But I don't know what MK1 is really doing with setting the skin price this high. Maybe Warner Bros. Thought they released a free fighting game, and then you have additional content which you feel more inclined to buy because already the game is free, so you could just go right ahead into the premium shop and get these skins. But nope, this is an expensive game. This at base is already a $70 game, even more if you bought the premium edition, which you wanted with the Kombat pack. NRS, please, tone down the prices of these skins, or we're gonna need some value packs. Sell a Deadly Alliance pack, which has several skins for a much more reasonable price. I hate to see how the monetization for this game is going. Amidst several other problems that the game already has in terms of how it's functioning. But come on, guys. I want to praise y'all a day. Today's Tremor Day. That's already going to be a crazy addition to the cast. I'm most likely going to see some other game-breaking things that need to be adjusted. But that's all we're going to be talking about for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know below. The fighting game customization, is it getting a little too out of hand in terms of what you can do with the monetization? MK1's monetization hasn't been necessarily praised, and on top of that, you're adding so much just to get a little bit more out of the game that you already scraped up some dollars for. But like I said, I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, stay gaming.